So there is a very good chance that I am just missing the point of what is cheese. This is part of the Forky Asks a Question series, and this was released in 2020, written and directed by Bob Peterson. And obviously this is within the world of Toy Story, and Forky, our spork character, asks Buttercup, what is cheese? And that's it. That is all that happens. Buttercup then takes Forky on this very quick whirlwind ride, I guess, of the universe and what everything is, and he basically tries to cover everything he could ever want to know within the space of a few minutes. That in itself is interesting. And if this was just a standalone short, I kind of think, yeah, that's quite innovative. Forky asks one question and he gets the answer to everything he could ever possibly want to know. But it's not. There are several episodes. I believe there are 10 episodes in the Forky Asks a Question series. This is the first one I've seen, so the rest could actually be more meaningful. But put it this way, he doesn't answer the question. We are still none the wiser of what is cheese. The other ones include what is reading, what is a pet, what is love. I don't know if the questions are answered or not, but at no point is cheese explained here. And I kind of can see the fun in what they were doing, of saying, here is the entire whole universe, there are so many questions you could have, there is so much knowledge that you could gain, and you will never ever know all of it. Interesting, but I'm struggling to also work out who this is for, because for me, I found it very boring. Visually, from a technical perspective, it was brilliant, great editing, the sound effects were great, voice acting was obviously really great, very well put together, but in terms of the narrative, it was nothing. It didn't answer the question, and at the end of it, I just kind of thought, well, what was the point in that? Again, if it was a standalone and it was just using the title kind of haphazardly as a red herring and kind of suggesting that actually there are so many more questions, many of which probably more important, but because it seems like it's part of a series where Forky asks a question and gains this knowledge for different subjects, I'm confused as to why they didn't answer the question. I honestly thought it would be a 3-minute short where Buttercup explained, to the best of his ability, what cheese was. And that just didn't happen, and it's exceptionally pointless. And if you're a young child watching this, thinking that you're going to find out about what cheese is, you're not. And if you're a parent who thinks your child's about to watch something educational, realistically, they're not. I just don't see the point in it. And I love Disney shorts, but this just, it's a huge letdown because it didn't do anything for me. It wasn't an interesting narrative. It didn't answer any questions. It made me frustrated rather than curious. And part of me really wants to watch a couple of the other Forky Asks a Question shorts to see if this is the only one that's this bad, or if they're all like this. But at the same time, I'm so annoyed by how rubbish this is. Again, just in terms of the narrative or answering the question, the technical aspects are brilliant. But I'm so annoyed by how irrelevant it is that I don't want to watch any of the others. So if you can let me know if you've seen them and if they're all this way. But it's got 7.2 out of 10 on IMDb. It seems to be well received. I don't understand why. Unless people are just judging it from a technical achievement, at which point, yeah, it packs a lot of visuals into the 3-minute short. It does really well in that respect. But actually answering the question or giving us a good narrative, it's also the second highest rated of the 10 episodes. I don't get it. What am I missing? If it's blatantly obvious what I'm missing, please tell me. But for now, I unquestionably do not recommend this at all.